just need to erase.
So when this bitch resets, you'll probably just have to jump up in there.
So how long does your what's the name have?
Like 40 minutes. But it's going to go off in 30 regardless.
Mine only has 32 on it. I gotta get a bigger one. Well, we're gonna have to make do today.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn.
We can make content at 30.
I feel like my mic need to come down just a hair, if you don't mind.
One?
Whichever one's jumping highest. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Yeah. And it might not even be my mic. It might just be my headphones.
Check.
Oh yeah. Headphones was hella high.
Check. Mic check. Hey man, it's a good day. You know, it's a great day. Now we haven't started yet, so appreciate you guys for listening and tuning in. But we about to start, so let's get this cracking, get this popping, whatever gang you represent. Anyways, welcome. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
The time is 8:48. Today is 07/09/2023. Important things that happened today on 07/09 are the British pop band the Spice Girls released their debut single "Wannabe," which helped them make them an international sensation. Local newspaper erroneously reported the flying saucer had been recovered near Roswell, New Mexico. Although the claim was quickly refuted by authorities, the Roswell incident eventually became the center of conspiracy theories involving UFOs. American actor Tom Hanks, who was perhaps best known for his cheerful everyman persona, was born 07/09.
All right.
So, 07/09 is a day where the right flavor of melodies could change the entire world. A day where sharing the truth can spark infinity volumes of a conspiracy theorists, and where just being born on this day of your existence can spark inspiration for the everyday man. Welcome to DicedFresh. My name is OTR Brandon. I'll be one of the hosts, and I'm going to throw it to my boy 2020.
Yeah. It's the co-host with the most, you know what I mean? 20_2X, 202X IMO on a lot of other different places. You know, we do a little bit of everything. We rapping and TV and film, putting author under our belts. We podcasters.
Yes, sir.
We content creators.
Talk that shit.
We what you like at the end of the day.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we live.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and get into what we came to get into, man. Welcome to DicedFresh again.
Yeah.
We got one got to go.
One
gotta go. So, in today's one gotta go, we got Nino Brown.
We talking about these are movie villains essentially?
Movie villains.
All right, go ahead.
We got movie villains. Okay, so Nino Brown, Antonio Montana, Frank Lucas, and Franklin Saint.
This is an interesting one because you got one real character versus 3 fictional ones. And wow. Okay, so let's just I don't want to drag it out, but let's break this down,
Okay.
So Nino Brown and Tony Montana are almost completely fictional. We know Franklin Saint is based loosely on the life of Rick Ross, Freeway Ricky Ross. And then you got Frank Lucas, who's an actual person. So I guess we're thinking about how these characters were depicted in film. Damn, I'm trying not to drag this out. So you're talking about 3 great movies. Well, 2 great movies, 1 good one.
Yeah.
Versus a really good show.
Yeah. But I'm basing it off of the character.
But I mean, you got 6 seasons of development with Franklin Saint versus an hour and a half.
Well, I mean, my mind's made up. I already know who's getting out of there.
Okay, who's yours?
Scarface, get out of there.
Really?
Get out of there.
Wow.
You're emotional, and I never liked you. I mean, I liked you. The story's fun, but when you dissect who his character was If he would have just chilled and calmed down, he would have been okay.
That's a fact.
If he would have just listened, he would have been okay.
Yeah.
He was too emotional.
I definitely don't like Tony Montana killing his mans because he was messing with his sister. Yeah, it's a bit much. I loved Nino Brown, so I could never get him out of there. But Scarface as a movie, I think revolutionized how we saw gangster films.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? I really liked American Gangster.
I did.
And I actually read the book. I was compelled through watching the movie to go back and read the book.
Oh, I need
that. I couldn't get rid of him. But Snowfall was such a good show.
Snowfall was fire. Even though I haven't finished it, I'm still maybe 2 or 3 episodes.
I'm a coin flip Nino Brown and Scarface too. I never thought I'd say this, but I might, as a character, I might would get Tony Montana out of there too. Just because I love Wesley Snipes. The only thing about Nino Brown is I kind of give him a knock too. He almost got out of there too because I love his character, but I didn't like what he did to his homie. Like, come on, bro, that's your partner. But why you gonna mess with? Why you gonna take his girl? G Money said it was cool. G Money said she was just a freak.
You know that. Come on now. You know he felt some type of way, bro. Like, come on, bro. That's the only thing I didn't like about that movie because he had your back no matter what, bro. Like, but. It is what it is.
Nino Brown was such a good villain.
He was a good villain. Damn. He was. See, that's the thing
with Tony Montana. Mm-hmm. He wasn't really a bad guy. He was in the circumstances. He was in a specific circumstance. But let's get him out of there. Let's move forward. That's a good one.
Yes, sir. So we got shout outs. Couple of shout outs, man. Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan, has been in a relationship with Larsa Pippen for some time.
Hey, did you see that video of him sucking the hookah through her? I did. Guess she had the hookah.
It's crazy. It's a crazy world. People are living life, man.
She look good for 49.
She do. She look all right. She look a little plastic, but she look all right. We got Carly Rae says she's grateful after her self-entitled album debuted at 102 this week on Billboard Charts 200. The album sold 10K records. Damn. But I mean, that's damn. But you know, that's pretty good now. I'm like, people aren't getting 100 records.
Bro, we starting to see these numbers where I'm like, shit, I could sell 10,000. I mean, I'm just being. I feel like with enough work, like I might could sell 10,000.
But her social media presence is still crazy. Everybody using her songs.
That's why it's shocking.
That's why I don't say like, does that count as a. Like, what are they doing? Like, how are the numbers? So, are they basing on like physicals, like going to the store?
It can't be because I don't even think they're shipping physical CDs no more. You know what I'm saying?
How is it so low? I don't
the only thing I could think, and when we were having this conversation the other day, I was thinking like, what it has to be is that why would you buy or download an album on Apple Music? Or anything whenever you could stream it for free.
For free.
Or on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music as well.
Yeah.
That has to be why albums aren't selling like they used to. And maybe they still ultimately do the numbers after enough people listen and come back to it.
Yeah.
But who's running to the phone to download or buy a digital album when you know you could just listen to that motherfucker for free?
That's what's killing the game. Congratulations to Jay-Z's mom, Gloria Carter, has tied the knot with her partner, Roxanne Wilshire.
Wait, what happened?
The couple's wedding was a star-studded event. Attendees such as Tyler Perry, Robin Roberts, Kelly Rowland, of course her son Jay-Z, and daughter-in-law Beyonce was there. And we got a new Drake and Nicki Minaj music on the way.
Really?
So we definitely interested in seeing that. So those are the shout-outs. If we get time, we'll spin the block. We'll come back to these. We just wanted to, put it on tape.
I don't know if you have this in your thing, but what did you think about the Drake rapping with the hologram of his younger self?
I definitely got that.
Okay. We'll get to it then we get to it. Okay. I didn't know if you had it in.
We're going to start off a little light, man. We're going to talk about Rick Ross, man.
Rose?
There's a little light one, but did you see him jump off the diving board in front of all the people?
Some niggas is too old and too heavy to be jumping off diving boards. Keep it a bean.
How do you not know how to jump off of a diving board? Or maybe it was the pressure of all the people, but he should be used to that if you ask me.
I think his legs just buckled. He old. You know what I'm saying? He old and heavy. You've been heavy for a long long time.
Yeah, he is pretty,
I think the recoil might have called him the jumping angle, but yeah, I'm just glad he's all right.
He's all right, though. That's what all that matters is, Rose, all right, he good. That's.
But you know what? That's one thing, man. You always you can't be too cool because that type of shit happens.
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
But at the same time, it's something easy, though. Like, not to knock, maybe he don't do a lot of jumping off diving boards.
I don't dive that often either.
I don't either, but I'm not going to fall like that. I'm glad he's okay, though. That's good, but... Man, got a healthy laugh on that one.
Got to cut back on the lemon pepper, man.
We're going to keep it star-studded. I'm going to get into the next story. Now, this is the one that well, I hate to get into it so early, but I've been dying to talk about it. And I want to call this story, That Ain't the Lil Baby, That's My Baby. And basically, if you guys saw, there was the stars popped out for the Michael Rubin annual all-white party.
Billionaire Michael Rubin.
Billionaire, excuse me. Let me put that B in front of there, But everybody was there. Anybody that you think of that as a star was at his party. Jay-Z, DJ Khaled, everybody, Beyonce. I mean, you name it, they was there. Kevin Hart.
Yeah. I just want to put this in there. The pictures were great, and I'm sure there was more pictures we didn't see.
Yeah.
What I was very curious of is what the women at billionaire parties look like. What do the $billion and $1 million women look like?
Probably real plastic.
I don't know.
A lot of Kim
I wouldn't know
because
I didn't get to see them.
All
I seen was dudes.
Yeah,
I felt like the ratio at that party was probably 15-1.
It was a lot of dudes there.
And
I
I'm
did
good
notice
on
that.
Right, it's like no
15-1
pictures.
is crazy, bro.
There's like I've seen 3 pictures with women.
Well, I mean, I guess because stars, it's more guy stars, I guess. I'm gonna make an excuse, but to be honest, it was a weird party in general. It looks almost like if they didn't have all they need is the mask, and then
woman haters club.
It looks like a Eyes Wide Shut party. All they need is a bunch of masks.
They had
and
women
some
at the
weird
Eyes Wide
stuff.
Shut party though.
Yeah, they did. They did.
I was concerned,
but. But this is just outside. I don't have a billionaire. I don't have a million. So this is just outside me looking out at the pictures. I'm kind of, I ain't gonna lie, kind of jealous. I wish I was there. I wish I had the $1 million to get in there. But you don't want to be in there.
I'm good.
you don't.
Not at that party.
Oh man, and not to mention get the little baby, bro. Like you getting hugged from the front and back is crazy, bro. Like. I don't know if anybody else saw those pictures. We definitely saw them, but it just looked wild. Like it makes like my boy Twin said, like your street cred kind of goes into question if you let a dude kind of hug you like that. And I've never been hugged. Like we was talking earlier, I've never been hugged, not even by my father. Like. From the back, that's wild. That's wild. So, let alone a stranger come and hug you. Like, I've hugged my dad, of course. Like, get a little hug, whatever. But from the back is crazy. And getting, and then you getting hugged from the front and back, and you cheesing and laughing and smiling, crazy.
Crazy. And like I said, maybe the first hug he was caught off guard.
Yeah.
So. He was probably reacting while old boy just had the perfect facial expression to make it weird, and maybe it was an innocent, who knows?
It could have been an innocent thing where he was in the moment, he's having a good time. Yeah, he ain't seen him in a minute.
He might have been full of that. Not that that's an excuse, but he might have been, full of that the Cavassier or whatever billionaires drink, Casamigos.
Yeah,
that Casamigos make you do weird stuff. Yeah. I've heard, but
it was real friendly in there.
The two on one side, the 1-on-1, the hug sandwich is crazy.
Crazy,
it's crazy. That's the
wild.
Weirdest. That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I ain't gonna say I've ever seen, but.
Celebrity-wise,
before.
Celebrity-wise, as far as like a picture, that's wild. Especially you can't even play with that one. You gotta.
And then they say it was Kyle Kuzma. Former, he still plays NBA star. With his hair painted all crazy, which there's nothing wrong with dyeing your hair.
Yeah,
but the picture just looked crazy.
It just looks.
But it just goes back, and I know we all have hug etiquette. You give some chicks you give the one-arm side hug. You don't really be giving chicks the whole boom, hugging somebody from behind.
It's crazy.
Yeah, if it's not your woman or one of your women.
Yeah, for real. That's the only person, I want to hug from behind. Yeah. And even my chick, I don't want her hugging me. I'm not Lil Spoon. What is this? What is this? Like, nah, I'm Big Spoon, So a dude doing that is crazy. Like,
wow. Shout out to the billionaires.
And I know it's somebody sitting there like, well, it's not so crazy. It's just a hug. But you guys got to really understand, like, from as far as like black people, black men, we like to look masculine. We don't.
Some of us, most of us. Anyway.
I don't want to look weak on camera. I don't want to look where somebody can be like, "Hey, look at you. Look at this. What you into?"
You know. In several years, when something happens, them pictures is coming back. And thank goodness for Lil Baby. I think he's been that cool artist. He's been that he's one of them guys. He's one of the few guys that you hear other people mention and talk about his street credibility. Yep. Outside of rap, I never really hear Lil Baby boasting that. You always hear like the thugs, the gunners, those guys saying like, "Oh, Lil Baby used to be in there busting them up with the crabs."
That's what I heard.
He did his time, and he was a real street. We giving him money to stay out of this. Young Thug said that, so you can never really question his street credibility.
Not
but
at
there's
all.
something about making a bunch of money that these dudes just get. Like, I don't know. What is it like a threshold that you cross where it's like, all right, I can just be weird now?
I don't think it's a threshold that you can cross. What I think is like when you go into a corporate office and it's a bunch of white people in there. Let's say you work with a bunch of white people, you code switch.
You got to soften up.
So that's what I think he did.
You think it is? Because sometimes people of a certain complexion, like if you ever watch like Seth Rogen movies, and you see how those guys interact with each other, and it is a little off the beaten path. It's a little strange, they do strange things.
Yeah. And it's not just Seth Rogen.
You think it's like the billionaire, like he's a billionaire, but he's of a certain complexion where they do things a little differently. They're a little more loose with their masculinity.
That's what it is. I think mostly like white people. I hate to generalize y'all.
I keep trying to say it, but
I hate to generalize y'all. But y'all are a little bit more open to playing around with the sexuality.
That might be it.
But with black people, we don't really do that. Like we're not gonna do pranks on our friend while he sleep. Like we're not into that. My dude sleep, let him sleep. He ain't bothering nobody, let him
put
sleep.
Nothing in his mouth.
I'm not gonna
pickle in his mouth.
Cucumbers or weird stuff. I'm gonna let the dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, but y'all do that. So. Yeah. That's why I said he probably got around that crowd. Yeah. And because they're not used to somebody being like, hey, chill with that. Yeah. They're not used to that energy.
And the thing is, sometimes they know who to play with.
But
you wouldn't see that happen to Jay-Z. Roger Goodell couldn't even put his arm on. Jay-Z shrugged that nigga off. You having a $1 billion conversation. Get off.
But he's a billionaire, though.
But they are wealthy. But I'm wondering if I think Lil Baby done showed moments where it's like, oh, yeah, we can hug sandwich him.
I think it's the bees talk. Like when you got a billionaire, when you want somebody level, you can be like, man, get off me, man. I ain't with that weird stuff. Now, if you in the millionaire bracket and you trying to play the game, you got to play the game.
You got to be a little more respectful.
You got to be a little bit more respectful. You got to take the weird pick. You a reverse Oreo, like your man said.
It was such a crispy picture too.
Yes.
If they'd have been doing anything else, it would have been a great picture.
Crazy. What did they? They could have just been standing there. It would have been. We wouldn't even be talking about this. But the fact that I don't know, man. And the fact that he had the biggest smile on his face made it even weirder. Like I could see if he was like, pushing. Like,
but that could have been the photographer. Maybe his face. Maybe he was laughing before he got hugged.
Yeah.
And then it morphed into. You know what I'm saying?
It was hilarious. That's all.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, we was in the group chat and it just got sprang on me. So I wasn't expecting to see that. Like somebody just threw it in the group chat. I was like, "Whoa, this looks crazy. This looks crazy."
I was definitely taken aback by seeing that. But this is all satire. It's all fun and games, man. Much love and respect to Lil Baby, one of my favorite artists.
Man. Get that bread,
shout
bro.
out to Mike Rubin, who's obviously a huge staple when it comes to like the hip hop and athletes. They love Michael Rubin. He seems to be one of the coolest NBA owners out there. You know what I'm saying? I guess since Michael Jordan.
I like what's the name? What's the dude from the Dallas?
Mark Cuban. But Mark Cuban ain't really rocking with brothers.
I thought he
like
was.
That.
I thought. Oh no, he don't. No.
I mean, but he's older.
Damn.
He's older.
I thought he was.
Yeah. I mean, he is, but he ain't like hanging out and partying.
I thought he was. I thought he was like the one on the floor, and he, what's up? Chopping it up with the players.
Yeah, but I mean, that's in the confines of.
Oh, he don't really rock like that.
You know what I'm saying? Outside
camera,
of that, you don't see no Mark Cuban parties with a bunch of rappers.
You don't.
But anyways, moving forward.
Okay, man. Speaking of, since we doing, white parties, we're gonna move to the White House.
Okay, talk about it.
And basically, they found some white powdery substance in the White House.
Yeah.
So they analyzed it and found it. Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
So they analyzed and found it. Basically, it was a part where President Biden frequently visits the area. And I guess Hunter Biden was in the area last. And
wow!
Supposedly it's his, but the Secret Service is not gonna let us know anything like that.
Who? We gotta have a real heart-to-heart talk with the press, presidential press, White House press. How y'all letting stories like that get out?
It's a Republican in there, bro. It's somebody in there.
It's got to be a whistleblower somewhere.
CPAP last week. Now it's the White House got the cocaine.
Like y'all in there watching the man sleep. Like how are they letting? Bro, if I'm Biden, everybody involved with press is fired.
Yeah,
you
for real.
Like y'all watching me sleep now.
I can't do nothing.
It's a powdery substance, and y'all gonna test it for cocaine. Nigga, this my house. You know what I'm saying? Get out.
Couldn't be me.
Real talk.
Couldn't be me.
Obviously, cocaine is an illegal drug. It's a huge story for it to be in the White House. We've never heard a story the likes of this, probably because past presidents kept things like that under wraps better.
Yeah.
We do live in a society where you can have a split decision and throw something on the phone all in about 10 seconds time. If President Biden want to do cocaine, let him do cocaine.
Hunter
Biden likes cocaine.
Nah, man. See, this is what I was telling you. I was telling you last week that he is wild and he's doing too much.
Hunter Biden?
Yes.
Man,
you're doing too much.
YOLO.
No, you can't YOLO,
Any man want to do. Does his cocaine use affect me?
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
You're the president.
His son.
You need to get. I'm saying
Hunter Biden's cocaine use.
It affects Biden though. Because he's gonna want to be reelected. He's out of there.
No, there's no way he's getting reelected.
That's what I'm saying. He's gone. That's another reason.
I'm gonna be the first to say it, and it's gonna be controversial. But if they let Trump run, he's landsliding anybody. Trump beating anybody
based on the way he dominated and talked to people. And I'm not even a Trump fan, but
Trump looked like a knight in shining armor.
You couldn't get up there and talk that man. They couldn't do nothing. Only one that kind of got with him was Obama, but he already won.
Yeah, Obama was already out of there.
He couldn't do anything.
Yeah, no, Trump landsliding anybody. The DeSantos. I hope Biden doesn't run again. Don't let Kamala run again. And the bad thing is we ain't even heard about no solid Democratic options. Like
I haven't.
You know what I'm saying?
I really haven't.
It's like before. I remember when Obama ran in 2008. My 2005 economics teacher was like, you know, he obviously I was on my pro-black issue.
Shout out Clean Bill.
Yeah, Clean Bill was in the class. Clean Bill was like,
wonder where he at,
he's
man.
like, you'll be excited to hear this. Barack Obama's going to be the first black president. He said that 3 years before it happened. I didn't even know who Barack Obama was.
And we laughed. We was like, nah, it ain't going to be. They'll never let that happen.
Sure enough, Obama in the office. But Obama, we knew about him. He was cool. He had all of
sauce.
There's nobody. Who have we heard about?
Nobody.
Only it's crazy.
No, I ain't heard nobody really.
And that's political talk. But it doesn't look good. If we're being honest,
it don't look good
on an international level. If you're looking at what's going on in America, you look and you say the president looks old and feeble,
man,
and his son is a drug addict.
Yeah.
That's problematic.
And that's why I said, like, if you gonna do that stuff, like, I don't know what has gotten into him. Maybe he's saying, "Man, I can do whatever I want to do,"
Probably.
which I get that. But
people don't realize this. He's not young.
He's old. He's like what? He's 30,
he's probably
40?
in his 40s. Yeah, he's
that's
not
even
a
worse.
kid.
I
Yeah,
can see if he was a kid. Now, a kid, 18, 19, 20, I even give him 25. But being like 40, bro, you should be kicking it, chilling. But you should have a bad wife, a dog, and some kids. And just relax, bro. If you painted that picture, you could have set yourself up. I don't understand.
But he might like it, the lifestyle he lives. Think about having carte blanche. Think about, and we mentioned this last week.
Yeah.
Think about having a life of just do whatever you want to do with no repercussions.
I mean, that's cool. That's cool and all. I mean, I probably wouldn't even wild out as much as because
you might not wild out after you wild out for a few years.
Not even. I'd probably give me like a Lambo. I'd probably, go chill with whoever I wanted to chill with. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be the money team. It'd be the money team over here.
But
we got 8 Rolls Royces.
But are you gonna do cocaine though? No.
I'm not partial to. I'm not really I got like a natural high.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not gonna wild out like that.
But you never know.
I'm not wilding out like that. I'm not doing no cocaine. I'm not doing no drugs like that. I might smoke a little weed.
Yeah.
I might go crazy on the weed.
Possibly. We might have to edit that out. I don't know.
But I mean, I don't understand. Cocaine though.
It's a different
That's
type of
crazy.
lifestyle though, man. I ain't never been to one of them parties, one of them white parties, whereas white girls and white powdery substances, they're probably fun.
I mean, I peeked my head in one time and was like, oh, okay, that's what y'all doing in there? I'm good. I don't want any of that. No. No, thank you.
Yo, what the boys say, if it ain't snowing, I ain't going.
Oh, no, I'm cool. I opened the door and was like, oh, okay, all right, close.
Oh,
I don't want none of that.
Shout out to President Biden.
But we going to keep it kind of political. We going to visit Jilly from Philly. Jill Scott is currently trending for her powerful rendition of the national anthem, which is performed at this year's Essence Festival.
Hey, shout out to the Essence Fest.
The words, would you like to hear the words that she said?
Why not?
Previously, Black National Anthem, the lyrics flow as such. Oh, say, can you see by the blood in the streets that this place doesn't smile on you, colored child? Whose blood built this land with sweat in their hands, but you'll die in this place and your memory erased. Oh, say, does the truth hold any weight? This is not the land of the free, but the home of the slaves.
Ooh.
What do you think about that?
It's deep, and I can't say it's inaccurate. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how good it sounded coming out. It probably didn't sound as good as
she can sing though. I can't sing.
No, I'm just kidding. No. That's beautiful. I think that for everyday America tries to sweep the past under the rug while trying to maintain and preserve other histories. I don't think you can have one without the other.
Yeah,
I think that gonna give me my check. That's why I want my check.
So what do you think? I mean, California is supposedly pushing forward.
I've seen that.
Gonna give the checks out.
It's a must.
Again, we've talked about this in the past. How much do you think we should get?
Man, my ideal on reparations has always been a cash out thing. Sounds good in theory, but it can run out.
Yeah.
What I would want is tax exemptions.
That'd be dope.
Grants, government grants, access to all types of grants and infrastructure.
Yeah.
Because that's what helped the other races build. You see the Native American populations, they got reservations, they got properties untaxed, they got the ability to open casinos. They have infrastructure set up for them to monetize and make money forever.
Yeah.
They talk about the farmers and all of the Europeans and immigrants that came over that they gave farmland to, that they gave grants to buy farm equipment and to mechanize their farms. And, we all farm this land, this for y'all. They gave people infrastructure with which to make money. To me, giving someone money, I agree.
Yeah.
Just giving somebody a check
is not a good look.
It's not helpful. It can be, it will help, but at some point, if you've never been educated on how to manage that money and what to do with it, it'll ultimately run out.
Yeah.
But if you give somebody access to the infrastructure to create money forever, then they'll never have to worry about anything.
Now, do you
That's
think
what black people
they
need.
would do that and put that? Because they already got rid of affirmative action, like that
in colleges. Yeah,
they trying to get rid of that. People are fighting it, but
I mean, at the same time, we do have HBCUs. So if people couldn't get into those, like, this is what I never understood. Like, I don't know at what point the HBCU stopped being attractive to, African Americans.
Yeah.
But, man, it gets to the point where it's like, if they don't want you there, why would you want to go?
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, for sports reasons and sports purposes, you would rather play at
the bigger schools.
UT than PV. You know what I mean? But, man, if you a star athlete, you're going to be a star no matter where you go.
No matter where you go.
So that's why I liked seeing Deion Sanders at Jackson State and what some of the other NFL legends is trying to do with these HBCUs. Because if you a star black athlete, man, go over there. You're going to make it to the league regardless. They going to find you.
They going to find you.
You know what I'm saying? The league going to find you if you good enough.
Yeah.
That's what the NBA, let the NBA set the tone for this. You ain't got to go to a big college to be a star in the NBA. Yeah. If you a star a la Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, J.R. Smith, the several guys that came straight out of high school and was so good and so talented. Obviously, sports like football are different.
Yeah.
But baseball's the same way. They going pulling kids off at the park in the Dominican Republic in Cuba.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody worried about no damn college. What college you went to, you know what I'm saying? If you good enough, they going to find you. So once the NFL opens up, because obviously the NFL, bigger rosters, more people are able to profit through the NFL, but they need to funnel that athletic route into different streams and get away from just, you got to go to a big school to be seen and then, what's the word? Declare for the draft. And then, nah, man, y'all go to HBCUs. Start up some more of these leagues that are ran and funded and operated by brothers, you know what I'm saying, or minorities.
Yeah.
And make a way.
And I agree wholeheartely, and I've been saying this, like, they need to break down more, like, the big in football, I would love to see a big, like, conference tournament where maybe a little school out of nowhere ends up
has a
doing
chance
a big,
to shine.
big upset.
For sure.
I would love to see more of that.
And wouldn't that make sense? Mm-hmm. You got NIL tournaments. You got Sweet 16, Final Four tournaments. Basketball has tournaments all the time. Wouldn't it make so much sense for you to get, instead of having the HBCUs and certain specific conferences broke up, make them all play each other? But
that's another thing too. I think it's a lot of corruption
for sure,
and it's a lot of people. It's about that check, and they're because they make billions of dollars off jersey sales, and they just now announced that they're just gonna pay the players.
Yeah, which
is crazy.
The NIL. I said NIL. What is it? What is it? Is it NIL? Whatever they have now, where you can get the endorsement deals and get paid and get checks,
which is crazy. What's old buddy that was on the YouTube and he had a choice? He was like, either you do
the Destroyer.
I think
is that what
Destroyer.
Destroyer. I can't think of his name, but I know you're talking about. Like you're saying, he could have been
YouTube, or you do. He chose his YouTube career, which was smart. Luckily, it paid off and worked out for him.
Well, if I'm him, I would have did a contract at least for 1 year just to say I did it.
But what if that 1 year is the year that you blew up on YouTube?
Well, you can still do YouTube and play in the league.
Nah, they made him choose. They was like either YouTube or get the scholarship.
I mean, I see Tyreek Hill doing his own thing. He on Casanat. I see all these other football players that are getting their socials popping. But I could see them probably saying like, "Oh, you can't come in here with all of that."
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like even though they'll tell you YouTube isn't yours. So it's one of them platforms where you can make a lot of money from it, you can profit from it, but ultimately you don't own it.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL is the same way. You can go to it, you can make a lot of money from it, you can profit from it, but it ain't yours.
Yeah.
And if you make a mistake, you could easily be up out of there. So I'm a big advocate for creating your fan base and being able to take them anywhere.
Yeah. Because once you create your fan base, nobody can take that from you.
Facts.
And that's why I like Deion Sanders.
Yes, sir.
Because he's not only helping them get to the next level, but he's helping them get to the next level as men, as social media, as players,
and that's necessary.
And that coaches don't do that. Like,
I like that.
Coaches,
I like that.
Coaches really just like, I mean, they only help the ones that already have the help.
Star potential.
Yeah, that have the star potential. He's helping people that maybe didn't have the star potential realize their potential. And that's what a coach is really. And
treating the number one guy on the roster like you treat the 53rd or the 40th.
Facts.
Treating your son the same way you treat somebody from the middle of America that you didn't know prior to recruiting them. That's what it's about as a especially college. Because at the end of the day, man, although young men still young. And they need guidance. We all need guidance. Like I say, man, I'm 36 still learning. Still learning new stuff every day. So, man, I would like to see more of that. Like, I think that there's good things that can come from people saying, man, you know what, we're going to choose this HBCU over so and such. And, man, I feel not necessarily bad, but, like, growing up, there was a part of my family that I wasn't as familiar with. And then growing up and getting to, you know, meet them. Like, my grandfather, for a long time, was on the school board at Prairie View. You know what I'm saying? And had I known that growing up, I absolutely would have considered going to Prairie View because niggas was having a great time out there too. I missed out on the cool. You know what I'm saying? I missed all the way out. But you know, we don't have enough advocates for kids to go to these HBCUs. You know, Jackson State, PV, TSU, Albany State, Alcorn, all of these different. We don't have enough. You know, even the big ones like Howard and stuff like that. We just don't have enough advocacy for it.
And I don't blame Deion Sanders though, because he tried to do the HBCU route, and you know, the fields was messed up. Everything it was a lot of corruption.
The water
going on
in the city, I think, is still messed up.
So I guess they didn't believe him when he said, "Hey, I'm leaving." Like,
but look, at the same time, if you get an opportunity to go coach at Colorado State, you got to do it. You got to do it.
It's the view when they just looked out the window of just the mountains. I was like, oh yeah, it's different there. It's different,
and it's a legit school. You know what I'm saying? It's a legit big time program, and that gives you an opportunity to bring some of them kids that you've recruited. Boom at Jackson State, or that you've seen, and give them opportunities that they wouldn't otherwise get. So
change them kids' probably their whole family's lives. Their family, you know. But let's keep it sports related. We're gonna talk about Dwight Howard, man. Dwight Howard gives a glimpse of his children in the gym. Now, did you see any of this?
I haven't.
Okay, basically what he was doing, he was in the gym with his son, and to me, it looked encouraging. It looked like he's pushing his son to the next level. Now the son is crying.
How old is
I
this
can't. He's got to be about, I want to say 6 or 7.
Okay,
maybe 8. He's young. You know, he's young. But he was crying. He was on the thing. But then you go to the next slide. He's happy. He's got the boxing gloves on.
Kids are like that.
And it's like, you know, but social media. What do you think they were saying? They, you know. They had all he's abusive and he needs to, and what I saw was him just being a father.
That's his son, man.
You know, that's all I saw.
And kids are gonna do what you let them do. You know, if you don't push them to do stuff, if they don't want to do something, they're gonna cry. I told my son to read a book yesterday, and it upset him because, you know, he would prefer to be on the Switch or doing something different. So kids will cry about anything. But while we're on that topic, I don't know if you had this in there. Did you see the whole thing with Blueface?
Blueface. Oh yeah. I didn't get that. I forgot.
Okay,
so we can
get
on
I'm gonna just give you a quick rundown.
Yes,
so
sir.
Blueface is having a gangster party at the house. Apparently, he got a bunch of chicks over. His baby moms is there. The son's in the pantry, looking for some chips or some Cheetos or something. And Blueface comes in there and says, "All these booty cheeks out here, and you in here looking for chips." And then he asks him. He says, "Are you gay?"
Yeah.
The kid is young. Kid probably don't have no clue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's trying to get a snack.
Yeah.
So obviously backlash comes. You know, everybody has an opinion. It's real similar. I think Blueface was probably a little bit over the top with it, but
I don't. Yes, he was over the top. All the girls in there. He was doing a little.
No, that's cool.
No, I'm saying. I'm saying like that's a little bit much for a little kid. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like 15, 16, 17, cool. You go crazy with your son. You know, have fun. You know, good time. But he had to be like 8, 9.
Kid look young.
You know, he look young. So he's not. You know, he's a little shy. So but I understand what he was just joking when he said, "You're not gay, are you?" Like, it wasn't serious.
Yeah.
To me, it wasn't. You know, I know everybody else gonna take that, like, because the times we in. But in my opinion, he was just joking with his son.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, was the environment, you know, that it's Blueface.
Facts.
It's Blueface, baby. You gotta. He parents different, man. You can't. Every parent is different. Now, you know, if the kid, hopefully the kid's all right, he's straight. You know, but you know, every parent's different.
I always start to think especially when I see like Blueface specifically, you got to consider that a lot of what he does comes from generating attention.
Yep.
So the aim is to generate attention. So you almost got to take anything and everything you see with certain people with a grain of salt. So with that being said, man, Blueface, keep doing your thing. Man, at the end of the day, he could not be present at all. A lot of fathers aren't present at all.
Yeah, facts.
So it'd be hard for me to judge what a father who's there is doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As long as it ain't like physical abuse and stuff like that. So
and
shout out to Blueface for being there for his kid.
We only saw, that was a 10-second clip.
Facts.
The kid could have just walked in. He could have been in his room upstairs somewhere in the corner with his friends somewhere. He could have just been joking with his son.
Yeah.
And we just saw a 10-second clip and we're running with that.
Facts.
Speaking of running, let's get into Sha'Carri Richardson runs world leading time in a 100 meters to start USA track.
Is that the race where she snatched the wig off?
Yeah.
Before
You saw that? You saw her snatch the wig off? But I mean, to be honest, I ain't gonna repeat what everybody else was saying, but you know, black woman got every right to do anything she wants with her hair. You know, that's her head. She can do whatever she wants. We ain't got to tell her that. But it was dope that she was with the theatrics and it brought a little something. I see she has a little edge on her. Yeah. You know, and then the braids was tough. Like I was looking at it, I was like, okay.
She is the theatrics though.
I like that though.
You know,
we need a FloJo. We need a FloJo. We haven't had a FloJo in a minute, so
I mean, look, when you're winning,
and you can back it up.
When you're winning, do whatever. Yeah. By all means.
Yeah.
But if you getting smoke checked, it wasn't no Jamaicans in the race, though. Is
I
what
don't
it was.
think so.
Yeah, it wasn't no Jamaicans.
Now that I don't know what was going on and what was going on with political. It seemed like she had a lot going on, or she had a lot going in her head. The time she was racing yes, back in. I don't know what was going on.
She was racing Jamaicans. That's what it was.
But I don't know. She seems like she got a chip on her shoulder now. But she going for the gold.
I want to see the chip when she races some Jamaicans.
We'll see. Hopefully she's ready.
Because them Jamaicans be running. That's all they do. They don't do no weightlifting.
Nothing.
You run. Run on the beach. Run up the hill. Run. Running in red stripe.
We gonna see, man. We gonna see. I want to
shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson.
We need to go to Jamaica, man. I know I said this.
You gotta
before.
make the trip, dog. It's there. As soon as y'all get your passport.
Don't put me out like that. I'm gonna get it. Speaking of theatrics, man, let's get into the hologram, man. So supposedly everybody was Drake had a little performance on stage, and he had his younger self on stage with his present self.
Very dope.
And he did the song "Look What You Done," which bridged the gap between both of them. And he had supposedly everybody thought it was a hologram. And he had or if they were debating if it was a hologram or a lookalike.
To me it was, when I first saw it, I was like, I thought it was a lookalike.
I thought it was a lookalike too. But then everybody
officially
kept saying,
a hologram?
No, it's a lookalike. Okay. Like physically, he's right here. The lookalike of Lil Drake or whatever you want to call it is sitting backstage and chilling, and it's not a hologram.
They thought it was a hologram. Okay.
To think that technology has gone that far to where people actually thought, that would have been crazy.
Yeah.
To where a hologram could pass you.
Yeah.
I don't think we're that far off.
Nah.
I think it's somewhere out there. I don't know. Even if we're just bringing it up, I know it's somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, depending on what platform or how you angle it. I mean, you've already seen hologram concerts. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say that it doesn't exist already? They always say, I forget what it was, but whatever we're getting now, they're 5 to 10 years ahead of that as far as what they actually have, as far as technology is concerned. So, very dope, man. Shout out to Drake, man. I'm gonna try to when that tour comes in September, definitely gonna try to catch that, man. Shout out to Shout out to my guy Johnny Denver, man. I think he's AG Live. He's I think got that show in Miami as well. So shout out to him, man. One of my good friend of mine, man, a good motivator. Johnny Denver is one of them guys you probably never hear his name. I don't even think he goes by Johnny Denver anymore. But he is a urban show coordinator for AG Live.
That's fire.
So he throws a lot of dope shows and shit.
Oh yeah, that's fire.
Moving forward.
Okay, man. We gonna go to we gonna have a little conversation with Drake and Lil Yachty. So basically, I guess Lil Yachty convinced Drake to paint his nails. And they had a little conversation on Instagram, and it goes like this: Lil Yachty, boy, got them heavy hangers in his ear, and he was talking about Drake's earrings. And then Champagne Poppy says, "Get out of my comments. You told me to paint my nails, so I stopped biting them, and now the world is being homophobic for the first time since Rich Flex."
Let me stop you.
What? Yes.
I knew some real players back in the day, some real OG players.
Yes, sir.
That put clear coat on their nails. My grandfather used to put some type of mineral coating on his nails.
Yeah.
It was clear. It wasn't an issue. Yellow nail polish. Cocoa mocha nail polish. Red, fire engine red nail polish.
Yeah.
Not the same. So I don't want to hear that. Oh, you gotta be homophobic. Because, nigga, your nails is yellow. The nails was matching the outfit. Come on, man.
You don't think times have changed to where dudes is wearing purses? Dudes is wearing, what else is dudes wearing?
Man,
they got nail polish.
I brought the fanny pack in with me today.
Yeah.
The joggers I have on, the pockets wasn't deep enough for the phone. It makes sense for me to have a joint.
Yeah.
But a purse?
They wearing purses. And then they wearing pearls. What do you think about the pearls around the neck?
A pearl necklace is crazy.
Yeah. That's what I said. I said that's crazy. A pearl necklace? Like What's wrong with it? No matter what you do, that you can't make a pearl necklace look. That's for grandma. Grandma's supposed to wear the pearls. What we doing?
What else did Drake say?
So basically he said, since Rich Flex, which wasn't the long ago, now that I think about it, wait, is the world homophobic? SMH. And then Lil Yachty says, woosah, brother, you're not supposed to have these episodes in public. It's fine. They just don't get you, bro. You different as AF. So that was the conversation they had. So I don't understand why when, again, I go back into the masculine thing. Like, what's wrong with a guy just being a guy? Not doing what women do.
Nothing.
Not painting his nails.
Let women have,
why can't women just be
let women have nail polish?
Yeah,
and a pearl necklace
and purses.
Let's let the women keep that. You can't take everything from the women.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What
we gonna be wearing skirts next?
This dude's already doing that.
I mean, that's them. It ain't me. But I like being a guy.
Facts.
I'm sorry.
Facts.
I'm cool with just, chilling, man. Throwing a t-shirt and jeans on and being good.
Fact.
You don't got to do all that. I mean, it's a time and a place, and that's why you got your chick. She's supposed to.
A pearl necklace is crazy.
That's crazy to me.
Nail polish, like flavorful nail polish.
Crazy. And the funny thing is, there's some kid right now that's probably looking at this and he's painting his nails right as we speak. And hopefully his father walks in. Hey, son. Maybe his son. Hopefully his father walks in understanding. Like, hey, he just wants to keep up with the times. Maybe he just.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like when I was younger, I didn't put the clear to protect my joints on, or get the buff. I don't really get manicures. I'm more of a pedicure type of guy because you're on your feet a lot, work on our feet. But flavorful nail polish.
What about the black?
No color at all. Any color is unacceptable. Any color is unacceptable unless you're like cosplaying or something, and even then it's borderline.
Yeah,
there's a blurred line even there.
Now I understand your Lil Yachty trying to be different and selling his own nail polish, and he's trying to get Drake.
Okay, so Lil Yachty sells the nail polish.
He definitely sells.
So this
nail
is marketing
polish.
and
So
promotion.
this is marketing and promotion. Okay. Now I can see why he did that.
Just say that. Just say that.
But trying to make it cool, like I just can't do it. That mug slid off. We gonna visit New Mexico real quick, man. Okay. Vampire facials and Botox injections at New Mexico spa.
What did you say? Vampire
facials?
What is that?
Basically, it makes you young again. That's what it kind of sucks in your face, gets rid of some wrinkles, makes you like a vampire. Like, you know, they go back in time.
Okay. That's why they don't
age at all.
Okay, I can dig it.
So vampire facials and Botox. You didn't let me get to the end of this.
My bad. Okay, my bad.
Wait till I get to the end of this. Vampire facials and Botox injections at New Mexico spa linked to HIV infections.
Okay. Yeah,
so
well, that's not good.
So basically, that's not good at all. Not good.
Damn.
The New Mexico Department of Health is reaching out to a former client of Albuquerque, New Mexico spa. According to the organization report, cosmetic procedures at the VP Beauty Salon and Spa have been linked to HIV on July 5th.
So are they just like not cleaning their utensils?
I guess so. From what I read, they weren't cleaning utensils, and I guess they just really. And then something about the doctor. He was actually, I guess, from Mexico. And it was like some weird stuff with that too as well. I mean, with his practice, there was some weird, funny stuff going on. So I think they shut down. Potentially infected those who received the vampire facial Botox injections. According to people, utilized the client's blood. Basically, with the vampire, they utilized the client's blood to refresh the skin. So that's why another reason why they call it vampire.
Wait a minute. So they took somebody else's blood and injected into somebody else's.
Yeah. Some weird stuff going on over there. And I just thought this was a break and different story that was very weird and unorthodox. I don't understand, like, how do you stay in business doing stuff like this? And then how do you explain if you went to the business and got this procedure?
Yeah.
How do you explain to a loved one you got this from doing this? I
think there's a sector of people that could be convinced.
Yeah.
Some people, have that body dysmorphia, or they're so vain that they have to feel like I look a certain way. I want to look a certain way. And I think that sector of people can be convinced that, I'm willing to try that. Because you hear about like adrenochrome and these billionaires using like stem cells and baby blood and stuff like that to rejuvenate their health. Which, hey, man, if you would live the billionaire lifestyle, I can see how you would want to preserve it, live a little bit longer, you know what I'm saying, and experience that lifestyle.
But you could just eat
as long as possible.
Eat right, exercise.
Eat right and exercise. True.
A lot of cold work. You could do a lot of cold work or help you.
A lot of things. There's a lot of things. But, so, I mean, it's a lot of people that die getting these mommy makeovers and surgeries.
Speaking of mommy makeovers.
Get botched surgeries. We just unfortunately live in a time where people are so challenged with the way they look sometimes that they're willing to push the envelope. And this seems like a very big push of the envelope. And it's unfortunate for those infected. Fortunately, they promote a lot of products that help defend against the symptoms of HIV.
Am I wrong if I want to kill somebody for this? Like, if you ruined my life.
Check. I definitely would want a big check at the minimum.
You can never get your life back though. Like,
you get the check and then you get with Magic Johnson's people.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That with you.
Facts.
Get the check. Then go get with Magic Johnson, folks. But that's tough, man. It's unfortunate to hear stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw this in there. I'm gonna inject this. There's a new TikTok challenge that is going on, and the Alabama infrastructure says that it's killed at least 4 people. So people are on speeding boats, doing backflips off of them.
What the fuck?
And what's happening is the wake from the boat is breaking their necks, and then they're drowning.
Why would they even attempt to do something like that?
Maybe it looks cool.
Do they not know physics? Like, I don't.
They might not know physics. At least 4 people didn't know physics.
I don't.
All right, so RIP to those people who lost their lives doing that TikTok challenge.
That's
Just be honest, y'all, these TikTok challenges are cool, they're entertaining. You don't have to do them.
You don't.
And I want to send this PSA. I was thinking about this earlier this week. I was watching something that prompted this. To all my fellow musicians and artists, especially the younger guys coming up, you do not have to subject yourself to the streets to uphold or create art that is reflective of the streets.
Facts.
I want to hammer that home. The biggest artists in the game right now, I'm going to give you the big three. Everybody would agree with this. Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Lil Baby. Not Lil Baby. Drake, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole.
J. Cole.
J. Cole has never, ever pretended to be a street guy.
Never.
Drake will let you know that he is mob tied and is an affiliate.
Never.
He is not a street guy.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar is a street affiliate. He has a street affiliation, but he has never projected himself as a street guy.
Yeah.
You do not have to be in the streets committing crimes and doing nefarious acts just because that's the type of art you want to create as a rapper. You don't have to. If you want to make street music, make street music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's people that will get behind you. There's people that will stand by you if you truly reflect the message that is what that life is.
Yeah.
But you don't have to commit crimes.
Yeah.
You don't have to risk your freedom to create art.
Yeah. Them boys in Florida, I just
wanted to throw that out there.
No, you good, you good. Yeah, definitely, man. That's because
it's big.
Now, I really don't have too much. I did want to talk about the I guess his name is Nente Nami. Is that his name? The guy that got the little kid that got lost in the mountains. Yeah, he got lost in the mountains. 8-year-old missing in Michigan Park, found safe 48 hours later.
Shout out to him. He probably knew what he was doing. Might be a Boy Scout.
Sounds like he was a Boy Scout. Now I don't know if this is the same story, but I heard that I'm not even going to talk about it, but they found him. If you're looking for, if you needed that, I don't want to expound on it because I don't know much about it.
Yeah.
I didn't do too much research. So,
no, we're good.
But yeah, there's that. And then we have, Adam 22 talks about his wife about getting smashed by fellow porn star.
Bro,
she admits she was in a pain for 3 to 4 days
stretched
after
out,
shooting her scene.
Reupholstered her joint.
What do you do about that, bro? Like, I know we talked about this last time, but I wanted to retouch it because he seems so calm, and he even called the porn star.
Jason Love. They know each other.
What?
And then you saw the video clip where he was asking him, would he do something like that? And Jason
like,
Love
no.
kept it a bean. He's like, I'm not at the level of maturity. Haven't reached that level of maturity. This, to me, the more and more I see it, they're playing it for the clicks.
Yeah.
They're playing it for the money that it's going to bring. And the way that him and his wife got on No Jumper and talked about it leads me to believe that she's going to continue to do scenes with other guys, solo scenes with other guys. And he even mentioned maybe doing a fucking, excuse my language, doing a 2 guys, 1 girl type of thing.
What?
So,
your wife?
Look, man, at this point, there's something to be said for integrity. Like, I'm a man of integrity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to have fun and enjoy myself, but money never gonna, I don't feel like money would ever make me lose my integrity.
Yeah.
And I feel like Adam 22 for the money is starting to lose his integrity because he makes enough money to not have to be trying to reach stuff to get money. And you're going to compromise the sanctity of your marriage for money. You're going to compromise the sanctity of your wife's woman parts for money. Like, unless
he just really don't care about her and they're really behind
that's got to be it.
Behind closed doors, they're really divorced
or
separated.
Maybe there was a business relationship from the beginning.
Yeah. And maybe he really don't care, and they just both do their things, and
and that's possible.
Maybe he's getting her popping. That's what. Maybe
this
that was
the
angle.
This is for sure about building her brand more.
Yeah,
but
so maybe it's something like that.
Porn stars have a shelf life, so maybe that's it. Maybe it's, hey, I only can do this for 5 to 6 more years. Let's ramp these years up, and then I can completely retire after that. But who knows? But I feel like somebody else. I feel like there's going to be some more BBC involved in her career future. In her near career future.
Not my wife, man. If I decided to marry somebody and go there with them, there's no way I could see somebody else smash without me feeling some type of way, or you know, maybe even divorcing, or it's over, or
could never let that shit happen.
like, and then like I couldn't just let another dude smash and then just walk like nothing happened in the house together, holding hands, happy. Yeah. Crazy.
That's just wild. What else you got?
I think the survivor of 1921, the last survivor of the 1921 Tulsa massacre, says horror.
I need to watch that interview.
Oklahoma judge dismisses Tulsa race massacre reparations case filed by the last known survivor, which is crazy to me. Like, I don't understand. Like, what is going? Why won't they at least hear the case? We know it happened.
Well, he probably related to somebody who was involved. You know what I mean? That's the problem. People don't realize these judges, these lawyers, these prosecutors, DAs, all that. Yeah, them be their grandfathers and they great great grandfathers and they fathers, they uncles that was involved in all of these travesties. Like, so they not itching to jump in to correct nothing. It's they people. So I mean,
and then they said that the Black Wall Street incident was not race related, and I'm like, come on, man, like it's.
You know, it's funny, man, and I want to do more research on this myself, but there's been hundreds of race-related events that killed Black communities. Yeah. I mean, we seen the movie Rosewood, which was a dramatization of something that really happened. Yeah. And then, you know, the Tulsa, the Black Wall Street situation. There's been so many more. There was one where they, like, I guess there's a lake over the city now.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like,
they talked about that in what's Childish Gambino? Atlanta. The third season of Atlanta. They started it off.
It's like they want to forget, they want to erase things, but man, this is stuff that
these ghosts gonna come out. Yeah, they gotta be put.
Whether it was African Americans or Native Americans, it's like, come on, man.
Wow.
Let's talk about something happier.
So, that's pretty much it. We got one more with Kanye West. Lawsuit claims Ye school had no windows because rapper did not like glass.
It's cool. You don't need to see nothing outside.
For real.
As long as that AC work.
They said look
at them books.
Taking Isaiah Meadows is taking legal action. Kanye West. Allegedly, students at Donda Academy and Yeezy Christian Academy were exposed to the elements because the windows and skylights had no covering.
Wait, okay, hold on.
Meadows.
So they have window openings. Yeah. They just don't have glass in the window openings.
No, so from what I heard, that there's you ever seen Parker Intermediate, the school?
No.
Basically, it has a walkway, but it's open. Like if it's raining, it's raining.
Oh, so they outside.
But it's got a covering though. But whatever the element is, that's what you're facing. Like you got to go into the classroom to get the AC.
Okay, so they're not in. They don't. I'm guess I'm confused. Do they not have windows in the classrooms?
From what they said, no. There's no windows in the classroom, no nothing. Which I don't understand why that would be a problem. What do you need to? What is that an issue?
Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm confused. I have to do a little more research.
From what I heard, that it's an open section. Like I guess, like I don't know if you've seen Parker, but basically it's like you walk into.
So if you want to go outside and do some studying, but you have the option to be in a classroom. If you want,
let's say the courtyard, there's no covering on the top of it, but there's covering where you walk.
Okay.
So now if you walk in the center, let's say there's a square. If you walk in the center of the square, it's open. You can see the sky over your head. Now you can walk to the edge of the circle and there's covering. Like you're walking to classes. Classes are all there.
Hey man, if y'all didn't like the school, who didn't tour the school before you put your kid there?
For real. Facts.
There we go. There we keep it like that. You didn't look. You didn't go look at the school.
You didn't look at the school. Like that's crazy to me. It said it caused smells and for the next few days because of it would rain, and the skylight was intentional without glass because West expressed that he did not like glass.
Well, it builds character. Yeah. That's where I'm just like that.
Oh, again, parents, you didn't walk the class. You didn't go check it out.
You enrolled your kids. Like, oh, Kanye's doing it. Let's get involved.
That's pretty much it for today, man. That's pretty much it for today, man. So I'm gonna hit you guys with this goodbye quote. And man, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys check out all our social media. We post every day, 3 times a day. definitely, we love the feedback that we getting.
Right.
We love that you guys are following, and we're slowly gonna make that climb and just stay with it. So I appreciate you guys. Stick with us. Follow us on our separate social medias too.
Right.
My name's OTR Brandon. You can find me on everything OTR Brandon.
DicedFresh, you know what it is. Search that DicedFresh podcast.
Yes, sir.
Me, 20_2X. He just told you OTR Brandon.
Yes,
There's so
sir.
many more things in the works. But the important thing is to just keep cooking and keep creating.
Yes, sir.
Take these platforms, utilize them. If you are an artist, man, keep making art.
Please.
I also want to reach out and say to the businesses, small businesses that range from any type, if you'd like to sponsor future episodes, reach out to us. We're going to have... our DM's always open. The email's open.
You can email us at dicefreshpodcast@gmail.com. That's dicefreshpodcast@gmail.com. They're open.
Or sliding our DMs. However, we're talking about small sponsorship packages to large sponsorship packages that can include audio commercials as well as visual commercials.
Yes, sir.
And pushing your product to a certain level of visibility. We have the analytics and whatnot to back that up and make something work. So that's just something I want to throw out there. Wrapping up my book, it's going to be very similar to Drake's poetry book. He beat me to the punch. I'll say that again and again. It's something I've been working on for like 1.5 years.
I can't wait.
And I salute Drake for dropping it because now I got
open the door. Yeah,
get it going. But finishing up some formatting and some editing, and then I'm gonna try to have that out to y'all within the next couple weeks.
Yes, sir.
And man, continue to follow and support, man. I love the growth that I've been able to see on YouTube, and hopefully we get to build DicedFresh up to just as strong. And with that being said, I'm gonna kick it back to B.
Of course. So, man, it's about that time. I hate to see y'all go, all that good stuff. So we're gonna hit you with this goodbye quote. The magic thing about home is that it feels good to leave, and it feels even better to come back. And that's Wendy Wonder.
Wendy Wonder. Sound like a porn star. I'm kidding.
We out.